for the second part of our road trip out west to Las Vegas from St. Louis, we stopped in Moab, Utah.
But before we got there was a crazy drive through Utah. This is where the mountains got really crazy.
Very windy, very dry, and the scenery just changed every 10 minutes.
Yeah, there was a ton of scenic overlooks on this drive, and we would stop at almost every one until Elliot got a little frustrated with all the stopping.
It's like, I just want to sit in the car. We're like, we're here. We've never been here. We gotta stop.
There was these really crazy mountains on one of them where like it was almost like they were like on an angle, kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to describe it, but you'll see it in the video.
The plate shifted up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was kind of fun because I think Elliot had studied like plate tectonics recently, so he was like, "Yeah, I know why that is."
But there was like parts of the drive where there would be like an hour where you don't see anything, like not even like a power pole or anything like that, and it was a little scary because we had just switched cars, and we had all that problem with the rental car. So like,
and it was really hot there. It's a dry heat, which they always say, if you're from St. Louis, they always say, it's not the heat, it's the humidity.
You gotta do the thing.
Okay, now you gotta. We stayed in Moab. So Moab's kind of a smaller town, but it's right next to Arches National Park. But I think there's only like 500 or 1,000 people that live in that town.
Yeah, so in the morning we visited Arches, and if you're not familiar, it's where they have all the kind of rock formations that look like arches. And they just have a lot of really crazy looking rock formations in addition to the arches, like the little, I don't know what they're called, like hoodoos? A tower. Yeah,
I think they're called hoodoos.
Hoodoos and whatever.
I don't know what other ones are called. I just remember hoodoos.
Yeah.
The nice thing about Arches is a lot of it is paved, like you can drive through. So you just drive through and then it kind of has a loop and you come back. But they do have like hikes where you park and then you can walk and it'll tell you how long it is of the hike. And how hard it is. So we kind of opted for less strenuous hikes. We went to all the ones that were within a mile, basically, that we could walk to from the parking lot. And our favorite was Skyline and the Windows. We went to the Windows last, which I think was a good idea.
Yeah.
And I would highly recommend. We wore these like UVF shirts. It was such a good investment.
Yeah.
Because it kept you cool, because it kind of like wicks away the sweat, but also we didn't have to keep applying sunscreen over and over again. And we probably look like weirdos with our big hats, but we didn't get sunburnt and we didn't have to put on sunscreen a million times.
Yeah.
So
There was one section of it that with this hike where you kind of go into this crack in the mountains or whatever, and there was like sand on the ground. That was one of the cooler ones. Like when you get in there, it's like really quiet and kind of weird, and the sand was like really fine.
Super fine. I feel like everywhere in there it was super fine. Like,
yeah,
all over.
And they had a little like arch back in there once you kind of got in.
That one was really cool, and I think it would be fun to go back there.
After we were done at Arches, we went and got some lunch. I think we just went to like Wendy's or something like that.
Something really
because we did have an appointment to go do a Jeep tour of I didn't think it didn't go directly into Canyonlands, but like kind of overlooked it or something.
Yeah, it might have been Canyonlands. I don't know.
It was definitely a big canyon though. Like we drove up and down this huge canyon, and we got out at the top, and like it was kind of nerve-wracking because there's no rails or anything. It's not like the Grand Canyon where there's like some safety measures and stuff like that. It was like there's a drop off there, and you drop down like 300 or 400 foot or whatever.
Oh, it's probably more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy, but it was really cool scenery.
Yeah.
But the Jeep tour was very like we did the less strenuous.
Yeah. So we hired a driver to drive us in a Jeep that was like closed. And I was so thankful that we hired a driver and that we went on the less strenuous one, because that one was pretty wild.
It was very bumpy. Like she had the like meter on the Jeep where it shows like the tilt or whatever, and it was like all over the place, and we're almost like bumping out of the seats, hitting
like
the
hitting
ceiling,
the windows and stuff. Yeah, it was really wild. And I was telling Nick like the whole time, I'm like I would see a huge rock or something in the path, and I'd be like, okay, that's it, we're turning around and going back, like this is the end of the tour. No, she would just drive over it, and I would be like, well, if it was me driving, we would have ended like 2 hours ago, because I would be like, the road ended and I didn't know where to go. But she knew the route, and she also showed us some really cool stuff. So we stopped, and there were like petroglyphs. Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
You know, like carvings on the wall of the rock. So that was really cool, because she knew the area and she knew the things that to point out. So if we had a question, she would be like, "Oh yeah," and then she'd explain it usually. So that was really, really fun. She did a great job.
Yeah, and she did go over like a sand dune one time and got a little bit of air.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, I want to go to this one place to show you guys," and we were like, "We're okay. Like this is enough for us."
So after the Jeep tour, we had dinner. There was a restaurant that was kind of like up on the mountain.
Yeah, it was called Sunset Grill.
And it had a big glass window with like a great view of the town.
So we found out from going there that the town kind of was put on the map by Charles Steen, who was the first uranium miner to actually find uranium. He became a millionaire because of that. I guess at the time they all wanted uranium, but they didn't know how bad it was for you. I don't know. So this was at his house. It used to be his house, but then they converted it into a restaurant. And it overlooks the whole city. Very cool.
Very cool.
The food was really good. I remember we really liked the bread and the rolls.
Yeah. I don't remember
the bread and the butter. The bread and the butter. I don't know why I said bread and rolls. The butter and the bread.
And the rolls and the bread.
And the rolls and the bread and butter.
And the butter.
And the butter.
Okay.
The hotel we stayed at was really close to the entrance of Arches, which was perfect because we could get up and just go right over there. But the main reason why I picked it is because it had the most epic pool.
Yeah, it had like rock formations in the pool with like waterfalls and stuff like that. But also like there was a really good view of like Arches basically.
Yeah.
And it had like, is it 2 or 3 different pools? There was
like a bunch of hot tubs. There's 2 pools.
I think there was like 3 hot tubs.
3 or 4 hot tubs, yeah.
But yeah, it was really fun. Maybe
really
a little
cold.
cold. So Ellie and I mainly went into the pool.
Yeah.
And we, I remember he was like trying to push me under the waterfalls and like we were wrestling and stuff like that. And then we hung out in the hot tub a little bit too.
It definitely gets cold at night after the sun goes down. So also like there were these big, mountain, rock formations that would block the sun. So once the sun went down there, it was still light out, but it was much, much colder.
Yeah.
We had a really great time in Moab. I would definitely go back. I think Arches is amazing. And we got in for free. You just have to like make a reservation. So
yeah, I think the drive through Utah was really fun and a little scary. But there was a lot of really great scenery, and I would definitely go back again.
Me too.